Hello, hello. What's going on? It's Chicago Windler, and yeah, a working dinner break because I've been monitoring storms. I tell you what, Milam County has a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, but it's mainly the northern and eastern sections of Milam County. Not too many CBS Austin viewers are up in those parts, but I have been monitoring storms. There are a few that are bringing heavy rain to some parts of the area. Eastern Williamson County on into areas of Lee and Fayette counties as well. We'll take a look at radar, and of course, if you have any weather reports you'd like to pass along, let me know. Laura, so glad you're here. Chris Bennett, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. All right, so let's get to the graphics. Monitoring conditions, so far so good. We have not had any severe thunderstorm reports thus far in our area, but again, I'm going to continue to keep tabs on the situation. Let me pop up some weather graphics for you, and we'll basically talk about the progression of this cold front and, of course, the dry line, which was pushing through earlier as well. The combination of both is what has basically brought us the potential for having, oh, that's interesting. It's telling me that my source is not being allowed. All right, let's go back to this. Why wouldn't it be allowed? What is going on? Stand by. Beth, what are you doing? You say unexpected. Yeah, a little bit, of weather, if you will. Oh, you know what? I had logged myself out of something. I've got to log myself back in, and then we can get straight away to the weather graphics. So stand by. That is coming up right away. And we'll take a look at radar and give you kind of the lay of the land for everything that's going on across central Texas. So let's do this, shall we? Okay, so let me go ahead and go back to you all and shift and put in the weather graphics. It's so funny that it wasn't there earlier. And oh, did I take it away? Nope, it's there. I just have to find it again. There we are. I think what it did is it timed out because I wasn't playing with this, and then it decided it was going to mess with me. So anyway, it's all back. Donald says in Minnesota you're starting to warm up. Renee, what's going on? Donald, how you doing? And Andrew, I am not breaking the internet. I would not dare do such a thing. However, I appreciate, by the way, all of you in Bastrop County, you have Andrew to thank because the hail cover did its magic. So here's a live look from our Round Rock camera. As you can see, everything's pretty quiet there. As you can see, some storms that had pushed through Williamson County earlier, and they have now moved off toward the east. All right, so where do we stand right now? Time is 8:16. Temperature in Austin has fallen to 75 degrees. We hit 82 earlier. Haven't seen a drop of rain in Austin proper. What's new since earlier? Well, one thing to note is Fayette County right here is now under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. Williamson, as well as Milam, as well as Lee, under severe thunderstorm watches until 10 p.m. And I do think that this probably will not be an all-night event, but you can see that severe thunderstorm watches have been issued all the way into portions of northwest Louisiana. We have a dry line and a cold front. It's been a second since I updated this, so bear with me while I give you the latest on the cold front pushing through. Namely, it is almost through our area as we speak. So let me go ahead and clear out all of my drawings, and we'll take a look at the situation. So we've got several areas that are currently dealing with severe thunderstorms, mainly off to our north and east. The dry line, which had been right over the CBS Austin area, has now shifted, or right over I-35 has now shifted a little bit farther to the east. So if you are currently watching in the Hill Country or in western areas of Travis, Hayes, Williamson counties, you are all clear and all good to go. The severe weather threat and the threat period of thunderstorms has pushed off to your east. However, you'll notice it's not much, but there is a little cell that is developed out near Highway 79 east of the Round Rock area, moving right through Taylor. It's not severe, but yeah, you've got a storm that's blowing through there right now. Let me go ahead and remove the wind barbs so that that won't interfere with what you're seeing on radar. So right over Taylor, we've got one storm that's continued to push off toward the north and east. And let me go ahead and pull out a little bit farther to the north and east. This is into Milam County, so areas that are east of Cameron are under a severe thunderstorm warning, which most of that area is not actually covered by the CBS Austin television signal. It's more the Bryan College Station folks, but you get the idea. There are some storms out there. Also, let's head down south and we'll take a look at what's moving through southern Lee County. You've now cleared out of the storms, and southern Fayette County, you have a few storms that are rumbling through. Let me widen out the view. That's pretty much it as of now for our area. But if you look toward the north and east, all of these orange boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. So there's a pretty continuous line from just northeast of our area all the way through with two separate lines of storms, and some of those have dropped some hail. Earlier there we ran a couple of tornado warnings up in near the Red River. So I just figured I would do a quick little update to say things are happening east of I-35, everywhere west of I-35. Honestly, there's just not much going on. You're going to see quiet weather for the rest of this evening. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Storm Prediction Center outlook. It's been trimmed. Earlier, there was at least a chance of some storms farther to the west. That's not even a case anymore. And frankly, it looks as though folks that are in attendance of South by Southwest, the weather gods have shined upon them because they're not likely to see any big significant storms, period. It will probably be totally dry, in fact, unless you're off to the east. So as we take a look at the severe weather risk, yes, there is still a risk to the east. No, at the rate we're going, it doesn't look like we're going to see much, if anything, significant, but I'll keep an eye on conditions just in case. Obviously, we're past 7 o'clock, so let me go ahead and advance through. Here's a look at the hour by hour forecast through 8:30ish, as you can see, mainly to the east. Advancing to 9 p.m., there could be some more storms that fire up over Fayette County, for instance. And then by 10 o'clock, honestly, this is pretty much a done deal. So extremely quiet weather. And then as we head toward tomorrow morning, we see clear skies in place, and we're going to be off to a pleasant Tuesday with low humidity, northwest winds. I will tell you there's going to be high fire danger, so something to keep in mind. And then high temperatures all the way up to around 78 degrees by afternoon. So it's looking pretty good. Honestly, that's all I got to say. It's super quiet, but I did just at least want to let you know where radar is and how things are looking. Bob's busy. Renee says Sylvia's birthday. Oh, happy birthday to Sylvia. Danny, hello to you. Joey says this is going to be it for tonight. More than likely, this last round that's moving through will be it. The stuff that's moving through Williamson County and points east will, if any of that back builds, it would take a lot for it to push all the way to Fayette County. So for what you're seeing right now, I mean, there might be some additional, but it doesn't at this point scream at me for our area. Farther north and east, yes, there will be some continuation of those storms. Sylvia says, hope all stay safe in the path. Absolutely. Agreed, agreed. So let me end with a look at the 7-day forecast, just because it wouldn't be right for me to not share with you the news of beautiful weather to come in the upcoming week. Sunshine, 78 degrees for Tuesday. We'll bump up into the low 80s on Wednesday. St. Patrick's Day, how about mid 80s possibly? 84, maybe even 85 degrees for your forecast high temperature. I mean, it's going to be a warm one. There's going to be another front that comes through late on St. Patrick's Day, at this point looking mainly dry. It's going to be another one where there could be a stray shower or storm. The best chances will be to the north and east. And then behind that, we're back down into the 70s for Friday, Saturday. Spring officially arrives on Sunday. Another front on Monday. I will tell you, of all of this, next Monday, that is probably the best indication I have of potential strong to severe thunderstorms that might be a little bit more widespread across our area. A lot of time before that front gets here, but that'll be the next potential um, for changes. When we're looking at radar, just to confirm for you that nothing in the 5 minutes we've been talking has blown up or changed. Um, Nope, still it looks like the stuff that's pulling across Highway 79 is starting to kind of congeal into a more of a continuous line. So earlier it was just over Taylor, and now it's kind of pulled itself together with a bigger line. So if we see anything work its way into, again, Bastrop, Lee, Fayette County East, um, if it holds together, then that could be what brings one more round of storms. And then the other question is, occasionally we'll see what's called back building, or sometimes on the back edge of the line, we start to see some additional development. My hunch, though, is that anywhere west of I-35, just because of the fact that that's the area that has already seen that dew point shift take place, the dry line move through, um, more than likely it will be east of I-35 where we see anything. And just worth noting, the National Weather Service just put out a strong thunderstorms will impact portions of eastern Williamson County through 8:30. Didn't show you earlier the hail tracker just because it's not all that impressive, but I can pop that up here right now, and just kind of give you an indication of how things are looking in terms of potential hail. So let me go ahead and show you. This is looking at where there might be some small hail. And incidentally enough, doesn't look like any hail, at least showing up on this view for Wilco. Although in Milam County, there's a little bit of purple that you can see here, which is the smallest of small hail. So thus far, I don't think that the storms that are in the Taylor area have quite gotten nasty enough to drop any hail just yet. It's just bringing some rain and some thunder and some lightning. Likewise, what's moving out of Fayette County, there's a little tiny pixel here of purple that you can see right over here across the Fayette County line. But that's actually good news. Now let's talk about winds. And what I'm doing now is I'm popping up areas that could see winds that are greater than 30 miles per hour, and those will be indicated in the shades of red, orange, and yellow. Whoops, I got out of range a little bit. So at this point, for areas in the CBS Austin counties, not really any big signatures, but you can certainly see out off to the east, there are several storms that are showing potential for winds that might be 60 miles per hour, which is enough to prompt a severe thunderstorm warning, or 50 miles per hour, which is enough to cause maybe some minor wind damage. But for our counties, and this is coming from the radar right here, which is in Granger up in Northeast Williamson County, at this point, everything that's within our counties appears to be manageable, not too bad. Tony says, got a little wet shower in Salado earlier. I actually saw a report of some small hail not too far away from you in Temple, just up the road. In Temple, I saw some small hail earlier being reported. But anyway, that is where we stand. It's a relatively quiet evening, all things considered. Here's the big picture view, as you can see, with those lines of storms. I'm cautiously optimistic that we will probably avoid anything big. Jules asking about Del Valley. At this point, there is a very, very low chance that that band of showers and storms that's pushing across Taylor, if it tries to backbuild a little bit, you might swing a shower. Sorry about this view. It's I've got instead of the regular like close high resolution radar view, it's kind of the more wide, I'll switch it up to the right view, the one that you're used to seeing. There you go. I was going to say there's a very small chance that the stuff that's moving through Pflugerville right now and east of Norman's Crossing. As it pushes down, it's not even Pflugerville, it's pretty far north of there. But as it pushes to the south, I mean, there's the smallest of small chances that southeast Travis County could catch if this backfills. More than likely, you're pretty much done, in my opinion, for anything. And honestly, another thing to note is the storms, instead of being continuous, they are pretty broken. Um, and even the ones that were over Taylor earlier have shown some signs of weakening. So, and that's just within the short time that we've been chatting. So anyway, there you have it. I'll put it into the current mode and I'll take the wind particles off so you can see. We'll check in on rainfall totals. I didn't do that earlier. It's been a while. I feel like I'm kind of rusty. How about you guys? We haven't had storm coverage in quite some time. So rainfall, last 24 hours, those areas in blue correspond to about a half of an inch. So there have been some spotty areas getting a half an inch in portions of Williamson County. As you can see, in portions of northeast Milam County, north and east of Cameron, there have been a few spots that appear to have picked up about an inch of rain. Let's go ahead and query some of these for you so you can see. Yeah, about an inch of rain in a few spots in Milam County. Earlier, there were a few nasty storms over Dime Box in eastern Lee County. Let's see how much rain that one brought. Looks like about an inch of rain there. Round Top picked up about 57/100ths of an inch earlier in Fayette County. Northwest of LaGrange, let's see how much. 1.6 is going to be roughly in the Kirtley area of Fayette County, and it looks like northeast of LaGrange, about 1.8 inches. So that's actually some beneficial rain. That's really good stuff. Bastrop County, nothing in Cedar Creek, but it looks like areas like Rosanke picked up close to half an inch, and Smithville, you may have picked up a decent amount of rain, but that's pretty much it. All right. I'm not going to belabor this. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, there's really not anything impressive going on. If things change, I'll be sure to let you know. But for now, I'm wait out the severe thunderstorm watch, which you can find anytime at cbsaustin.com/weather. As mentioned, temperature's nice now. We'll see sunshine back tomorrow, and should things suddenly escalate, I'll hop back on and let you know. But I'm actually kind of optimistic. I think things will be pretty quiet for the rest of this evening, and if you do see showers or storms, it's beneficial as opposed to anything particularly ominous. But that said, that there is the severe thunderstorm watch that is still in effect until 10 p.m. for Williamson, Milam, and Lee counties, and until 2 a.m. for Fayette County, though I expect they'll probably cancel that one early. And with that, thanks so much as always for checking in. Those of you tuning in on YouTube, have a great night, and